Just one day before the memorial service for Charlie Kirk, we welcome a guest who personally knew him and has come here to share her memories of Charlie's impact on the country and the impact of his assassination. Joining me is Carla Sands, chair of America First Policy Institute's Foreign Policy Initiative and former U.S. ambassador to the Kingdom of Denmark. Ambassador, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Arlene.
Now, Ambassador, tomorrow Charlie Kirk will be memorialized at a big event in Arizona. Several leaders, including President Trump, will share their memories of his legacy. And you personally knew Charlie, so share with us some of your fondest memories of your time spent with him.
Well, it was such an honor to know this fine young man. He was a bold Christian. He led with his faith. He wasn't quite as bold when I first met him when he was still a teenager, but as he matured, he was a strong constitutionalist and he became stronger and stronger in his faith as he aged. And I would say he was like a modern day disciple. He went out to the people like Jesus went to the people. He didn't expect them to find him. He went to where they were, these young people. But I knew him well. He was at my home multiple times. I was able to introduce him to the person who helped him meet the Trump family and become part of, I would say, a movement that's changed our country for the better. We're all better off today and safer, more secure, and becoming more prosperous because of President Trump and his administration. But Charlie Kirk, the first event I went to that he held was in a small hotel in a little conference room. And to see what he created, he was so blessed and he never stopped working. If there's one thing I would say to younger viewers, it's just continue to persevere and never stop working toward your goals and your dreams, and they will become true. If you work hard at it, in America, anything is possible.
Now, you talk about how strong his faith in God was, and he also had some really strong traditional values. So I want to take a look at a clip of Charlie talking about those values.
I get the question, Charlie, can I be a conservative without being a Christian? Of course you can, yes. You're welcome aboard as long as you believe in the natural law, liberty, and freedom. You believe in our core tenets, but I do not believe you can have a cogent conservative worldview or philosophy without at least first theism and definitely without some sort of biblical view. You can't.
Now, Ambassador, you talked about young people and sticking with it and being consistent, but how important is it for young people to have these strong values and beliefs, particularly those who want to maybe carry on Charlie's legacy and start a Turning Point USA chapter?
That's one of the most exciting things about this is Charlie had goals about how many chapters he wanted to create in this Turning Point project of his. But it's blown out all of his goals, how many young people want to start chapters at their high school and their colleges. So in his death, which is unbelievably tragic, I can't believe we're here talking about Charlie's gone, when we would text and we would see each other and we would talk. And I valued him so much. He was such an important leader. And I truly believe he would have been president one day. And I'm not alone in that belief. But I think that this was an attack on our young people, on our youth. This was an attack on everything that they hold dear. And the young people who haven't heard this story because they've been indoctrinated or their teachers and administrations have attempted to turn them into socialist revolutionaries like so many are right now. Well, those people deserve to hear the good news. And it wasn't just about our nation and how much we should love our country, love our family, love our history and our culture. It was also his love of God. And when people have something bigger than themselves to believe in, it gives them a North Star, and they know in their heart when they are a Christian, when they do love God and follow his ways, they know that life is going to be fine because they have eternity with the Lord one day. And it gives a purpose. It gives rules of the road because they're all written in the Bible. In fact, the laws of the United States are based on biblical laws. And it also gives an anchor that young people today are searching for. Some people say there's a God-shaped hole in people, and only God can fill it, but people do in the United States and elsewhere try to fill it with things or, getting involved in different things in life. They may be not so good for them, whether it's partying or, just not living a good life. And people know it when they feel it. So Charlie encouraged young people, get married early, have children, love your spouse, work hard, find a goal and do it. And he never went to college. And so the majority of the American people don't go to college. And so this is also a thrilling example for follow your dream, work hard and diligently at it, live a good, clean life, and anything is possible.
Ambassador, tomorrow the memorial service is going to be attended by thousands of people, as well as people all across the country will be memorializing Charlie Kirk for all of the things that you just said. Ambassador Carla Sands, Chair of America First Policy Institute's Foreign Policy Initiative, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your thoughts.
Thank you, Arlene.